Trucking's not a 9-to-5 job. If you come into this industry thinking that, you're going to struggle really bad. But here's the part nobody explains. It can either wear you down or it can set you up for the rest of your life. If you're new to trucking or even thinking about getting into trucking, you need to understand that really early. This job doesn't run on normal schedules. It runs on freight. It runs on the timing of the freight. It runs on how much you're willing to give it to be successful. You're going to have to figure all of these things out. What you're willing to give the trucking industry, your job, basically. And depending on how you approach it, it could feel like freedom or it could feel like you're working all the time. I've been in both situations with it. Sometimes you feel free and sometimes you feel like you're working all the time. You have to figure out the balance. So in this video, I'm going to go over the reasons or the ways that you can figure out the balance so it'll work for you. I'm just going to be real about it. This is not a clock in at 8 o'clock in the morning job and clock out at 5 o'clock in the afternoon job. This is a job where some days you're going to start at 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning. And then other days you may finish out at midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. You know, you've run all day, depending on how the freight is running, how your loads are running, how they're assigned, how the shippers and the receivers are working. It's just a big balancing act between shippers, receivers, and what allowed time you have left on your logs, and all kinds of things combined. You may have to drive 11 hours one day, and then you may have to set it a shipper or receiver 4, 5, 6, 7 hours the next day. And then at the end of all of that, you still have to find parking. You have to find, somewhere to get food, somewhere to take showers, and all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot that is involved in this job, and there's nobody standing there or telling you where to go, when to stop, when to go, do this, do that. You have to figure that out on yourself, and you have to create your own schedule, what's going to work for you and work for the job. That's all on you. A lot of new drivers and even some older drivers get overwhelmed by that. It's just too much and they can't handle it because they're so used to structure. I mean, a lot of, like I said, drivers that's been in, say local for a while, and they've run, point A to point B, point A to point B, back and forth. And then they get like an over the road job where you pick up and deliver at a different place every stinking day, and they can't handle trying to figure it all out. There's a lot to that, and you have to create your schedule for it. Here's the truth that a lot of people won't tell you. This job is exactly what you're going to ask from it or what you put into it, either one. If you want to run hard, you can run hard with this job. You can work hard with this job. If you want to stay out for weeks at a time, you can stay out for weeks at a time. If you want to max out your hours on your DOT clock, what you're allowed, you can max them out and you can make good money. But if you want home time, you can do that. You can take shorter runs. You can have less stress by being home every night. That's possible. All of that is possible. But there's always a trade-off. It's always a give and take from whatever situation you want to be in. It could be you want to be home more. Expect to not make as much money as you could over the road. I know there's a lot of good, really good paying jobs where you can be home every day, but they're not going to match what you can make over the road. Most of the time they're not. And then companies say, yeah, you'll be home every night, but how long are you at home every night? 5, 6 hours? If you're driving a couple hours to get a truck and then drive around and do your thing today and then drive back a couple hours, that's 4 hours out of your 10-hour break right there. So you only have 6 hours left. If it's, an hour away, you're still down to 8. You still have the time that you have to go from your house to the truck. And if they're wanting you to maximize your 14-hour clock, there's not a lot there's not a lot of hours left. That's why I don't like the local stuff, the home every night stuff. I've done that before, and it never has worked out for me exactly like they're saying it's going to. So with that, I had rather be over the road, or even regional. If you're home every weekend, I'd rather do that and take a lump sum of time off instead of, well, I just get a day and a half off, or, oh, I've just got a few hours every night at home. I had rather, my personal opinion, I had rather run, 2 or 3 weeks and then take, just like right now, I'm taking 5 days off just in a row. It's like a vacation a month. But that's the way I do it. You may be different, and that's fine. You have to figure out what you want to do as far as that goes yourself. In trucking, you can control your income, and you can control the time off that you take. They have to, whatever company, they have to let you off, to take time off for yourself. Because if you don't, you're going to burn out eventually. And they don't want you to do that, because if you burn out, you just quit driving, period. Most companies that has any sense about them will let you take the time off. Just like the company I'm with. I got off yesterday. It was a day earlier than what I wanted to. They called me this morning. Hey, you want to run some short runs? No pressure. If you do, fine. If you don't, fine. I said, I don't want to do it. I said, I'm taking off. They said, no problem. End of story. You need to find a company like that, similar to that, that's going to be more flexible to where it's going to fit your life, how you want it to be. I had a question. I've had a couple of them. Some guys, older guys, want to do this, kind of like for a retirement job, basically. You can do this as a retirement job, but if you don't have a wife for whatever reason, or husband for whatever reason, or partner that you like, well, I'll just live in the truck. Do your thing, but it's the same thing, folks. You have to have a balance of what you're willing to work and what you're willing to, or what you want to take off. Because this is not a part-time job. Most of the time, it's not a part-time job. You'll have to get with a company that you may or may not be looking into working for, but this is not a part-time job. Some companies may be like, well, you can work a week and take a week off, for, older people, 55, 60, 70, whatever years old. And I even know some drivers that are in their 80s still, and they've been driving for their whole life. I hope I'm not going to be one of those. I don't plan to be, because this is where I'm at. I want to move on. I want to do other things. I want to share my experience with new drivers and help as much as I can. I want to do things like that. I want to build things. I like building things, woodworking, stuff like that I've not been able to do in the last several years, but I'm getting there. So you have to have some kind of goal like that, or what you want, just like I do. You have to figure out what you want out of the trucking. How long am I going to do this, and how hard I'm going to run for a retirement job, as these people are asking about. Yeah, it could be, but how much do you want to put into it? How involved do you want to get into it as far as a retirement job? If you're just wanting a job to travel the country and see things, and you're not really worried about a whole lot of money, if you can talk to the company and say, hey, I'm going to bounce from, say, where I'm at, Alabama to Seattle, and on the way, I'm going to stop at a place and I'm going to hang out a day. If they're okay with it, I'll say go for it. You just have to figure out what you want to do and just go with it. And remember, us older people, we can't run like we were when we was 25. We have to slow down eventually. This job will wear on you physically. A lot of people think, well, you're just sitting and driving all the time. You have no idea what the impact on your legs, your shoulders, just the constant just sitting in one place. Don't drive. I don't care how old you are. Don't drive for, just because this log says you have to go, you can go 8 hours before you have to take a break, doesn't mean you have to drive 8 hours straight. Drive 2 or 3 or 4 and get out and walk around the truck, walk in the truck stop and walk back out. Take some steps, get the circulation moving in your legs to get again. Because I've seen a lot of drivers that just sit all of the time, and they're overeating, eating bad things, not getting any kind of exercise. They get out, swing the doors open, they get out, shut them closed, they drive however long they're going to drive, they go in, they get food, come out and lay in the bed. You cannot do that and stay healthy. You don't have to run a freaking marathon, but you cannot do that and stay healthy. You need to do something, even if it's small, to stay active throughout the day, because if you don't, it's gonna wear on you huge, on your health, just a crazy amount. I mean, it'll happen so fast you won't even realize it. I'm not saying work out every day or anything extreme, but get some movement, folks. Get some movement. Don't just sit and drive and then lay in the bed afterwards. It's not good. It will not last long, and you'll be really unhealthy. Then you can't pass a DOT physical, and you're screwed. Plain and simple. Your sugar goes up, your blood pressure goes up, your weight goes up out of control. There's a lot of things that come along with that. Sorry to sound preachy about that, but that is really important that you keep an eye on your health and movement. Movement is key. Another one, and I've had videos on this, is managing your money, folks. Don't spend what you make on the road. Get you a budget. Stick to the budget. I don't care if it's $200 a week, $300, $400, whatever works for you. Get a budget and stick with it, because if you don't, you're going to spend all of your money before you even make it. People will call in and get it. Oh, I need it in advance. I've got to have food, or I've got to have money so I can pay for this scale ticket, and you guys can reimburse me later, whatever. But you shouldn't have to do that. I mean, right off the bat, first month or two or whatever, you may have to get an advance here or there to get kind of steady income coming in. But after that, you shouldn't have to do that at all. I haven't had an advance in years, literally. I don't. You just have to manage your money. You have to find your pace. Some drivers like to get up early and run really, really, really hard, and then slow down later on in the day, and then finally just, okay, I'm done. And then other ones, they like to kind of get up, drag along in the morning, and then finally, then speed up, and then done. Steady pace throughout the day, folks. Steady pace. Get up whatever time and just get your pace and go steady. Honestly, the more steady you are, driving, getting from point A to point B, planning out your day. Hey, I'm going to start here. I'm going to go here, take a little break. I'm going to go here. I'm going to unload, reload, or even if you don't have to unload or reload, if it's a long trip, then plan out your stops through the day. Do not drive stinking 8 hours before you take a break. Do your best to 2 or 3 hours. Pull over. I don't care if it's walk around the truck a couple times, run in, use the bathroom, whatever, and then get out and go. Don't be one of the drivers. I see so many drivers nowadays. They go down and they push. They'll pass an exit, and a quarter mile before or after the exit, they're having to pull over because, I got to use the bathroom. Now they're standing on the side of the road, doing their business. Folks, stop. Take your time. It's not going to be the end of the world. If you don't have enough time to stop for that, you've got issues. Trust me, you have issues. Plan plenty of cushion in your trips for that. But get you a pace. Get you a steady pace. The real difference between trucking and most other jobs is the control. You have more control in trucking than you do other jobs. Other jobs, you go in, you punch a clock, you walk over here, you do whatever work, and then some bell or something rings, or somebody says, hey, it's break time. You go take a break. Then, break's over. Go back to work. It's lunchtime. Go to lunch. You're told every move to make. In trucking, you said all of that yourself. You need a break, you take a break. You want to stop and eat lunch, you stop and eat lunch. You want to do whatever you want to do, it's your schedule. But control is both ways in the trucking. You can control how much you work or how hard you run. If you run too hard and just go all the time, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to run yourself in the ground, and then it's going to be game over for a while. You will have to take a break. I have done it. I've had to take breaks from trucking because of that. Just run and go so hard that I just got so sick of it. I'm like, I have to take a break. This isn't a job. And I've said this in the last video. It's a lifestyle. Living in a truck is a lifestyle. It's just how it is. It's a lifestyle. If you're willing to make this basically to be your life or lifestyle, then you're going to do really well at it over the road. If you want to run local, run local. It's not for me. If you want to run regional. Be home every weekend. Do it, but it's not for me. I don't like those because I like to take all my time off at a lump sum, like I said before. But everyone's different. We don't have to be all put in one little box. Everyone's different. Do what makes you happy, what works for you and your situation and your family or whatever it is. Do what's going to work for you. Just don't expect this to be a 9-to-5 job, because it's not. If you expect to run 8 hours a day and make money, you're probably not going to do very well in this job. Decisions about your time as you go through the day, your health, decisions about your money, decisions about all of this is going to determine whether this is going to be short term for you or it's going to be a career all the way to retirement. You've got to watch the huge most important things is your health and managing your money. If you can control those two, you will be able to do this till retirement. I don't see why not, and you should do very well. So if you're new to trucking or thinking about getting into trucking, don't just ask how much this is going to pay. Ask yourself, how am I wanting to live before I get into trucking? What am I wanting to do? Do I want to live over the road? Do I want to live in a truck? Do I want a local job? Whatever it is, figure that out before you actually get into trucking, if you want to be at home or not. So if you're trying to figure this out as a new driver, I got a full playlist down below. I'll link it. I'll just put a card up here. But there's a playlist up here. You can go through those videos, and hopefully it'll help you out to decide and to see how trucking actually is. And if this has helped you, and if any of these help you in any way, I would appreciate it if you subscribe, share, like these. Comments. I love your comments. I read them all. I'll respond as I can, but I will read them all. So I appreciate you watching, and be safe, and I'll see you in the next video.